What's the other stuff?
You had to have like, be balling tough and all that. Like, I don't think like they always say like women all about money. I really do not believe that because they have a lot of broke Negroes down here and they got a lot of women. So somebody's smashing somebody.
I, the internet is fooling people, and that's why I think that the nice guy syndrome is at an all time high, because on the internet you get the same women that are on the internet that's not out there in the real world. You know what I'm saying? And what they're saying is you gotta make this much, you gotta be this tall, and you gotta treat me like this. You know what I'm saying? So I think when you spend a lot of time on the internet and you thinking that's all women, then you get fooled into being, oh, I gotta be this guy because she said I gotta have money, so I gotta splurge on us, and that's what you're getting that from the internet women and not the women out there on the street. So that could fool you.
Well, it depends on the caliber of women you want. Like if he might be looking for a baddie. That's why. Some girls you could hit with a chicken McNugget. So I mean, that like I said, it just depends on the kind of what you're looking for out there. Like there's a lot of women out there. I hate when men say they can't find nobody. Like men pick it too. Like you don't want her because she big, or you don't want her because she short or something, like something wrong. Like like women, they got men. Men don't like nice women neither. I
You
think
sure about that?
I mean, I would not. I mean, us with sense do, but like I said, there's also another category of men out there. They don't like good women. They want women that's gonna disrespect them and curse them out and all that, pop on them and hit them. Some men like
That's
toxic
wild.
because the
I
sex
want you
always
to hurt
better
me.
with toxic. That's why. Like some women like to start arguments just to have sex. That's some crazy shit right there.
That's
But some people
wild.
into that.
Yeah,
I ain't never was
Yeah.
one of
they,
King
they
saying.
say they say women like emotional variety, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, don't hit me. Like I ain't into all that spanking BDSM stuff. I'm not into that. Don't hit me. Like don't hit
Don't
me,
hit me.
dog. Please don't hit me. But what you think about what y'all think about like men who like into like subbing, like being subs, where they're like, women to like step on them and um like to step on them and like make them like lick the toilet and stuff like that, like like and to be humiliated and stuff like. I mean, they got men that like that. So I mean, that nice guy syndrome.
Um,
Hey, some people are embedded by being a nice guy. Like they call it
Yeah,
a
I know
simp.
what you're talking about.
They call it being
Yeah,
a simp
yes.
or a
Hey,
cuck,
look,
like a cuck, like
I
somebody who
just
would
said
like to watch his wife be with other people in front of him. Like he into that. Like I said, I don't kink shame, but like some men into that. Like and that's not nice guy syndrome right there, baby.
I
no.
hear that
Yeah.
they call the guy, and because you mentioned this, you were saying a lot of guys out there would date women with multiple children and things like that. But there's a name for that, man. And on the internet, they're called stepdad crash dummies. I don't know if y'all heard
Yikes.
that.
Run that one more time.
They said they're called stepdad crash dummies. You
Oh,
know what I'm saying? So,
bruh.
Mm.
so you
It
know,
sounds so
you got
crazy.
yeah.
Stepdad crash dummies. Fellas, have y'all ever heard of stepdad crash dummies? Are you a stepdad crash dummy? Don't lie. Golly, I ain't never heard of nothing like that. Stepdad crash, but I understand it completely. That's the wild part. I've never heard it, but like I can listening to the way you said it, I can hear, like I can see that definition. Like, yeah, come on, bring your kids. Yeah, yeah, we just gonna go to the restaurant on the first date. And you say bring your kids, and you find out she pull up in that van on you. You know when you see that van, that's gonna be at least five. Fellas, if you see the van,
That's a
look,
lot
I'm
of
not telling.
McDonald's, bro.
I ain't saying not to do it. I'm not judging. I'm just saying you better know when you see that van. If she get a little too happy, or a dude, if you get a little too happy, you better pay attention. Might be a crash dummy.
Some
Yo,
some dudes be needing a place to stay too. That's another thing.
Hobosexuals.
Yeah.
Hobosexual.
I've been one before, so I know. Yeah, bro. Like,
Rubbing
shit.
that girl back at the ATM. Foul behavior.
Yep. Standing behind her, looking at her order us food. Like,
Spooning her at the ATM. You know I always love you, right?
for real, son. Like, it's not, son, survival of the fittest, dog. You know, it's hard out here. You know, survival of the fittest.
Tough.
You do be a trip.
It all
son.
goes back to the nice guy syndrome, man.
It really do.
There's a motive, you know what I'm saying? So, of course, if you need a place to stay, like, what you need? You want me to wipe that toilet down?
Wipe that toilet down is crazy.
Oh yeah, I could be no sub, son, but I would say them dudes be doing that shit, bro. I'm not into that, bro. Like,
Trauma, bro. They unhealed. That's true. That's trauma. That's now some people I can't really say that to. Crazy. How are you into that? Like I don't get it. I don't get it, and maybe that's just it. And just not getting it brings up a point relationally. If you listening and you're trying to be in a relationship, or you already in a relationship, married or whatever, or a partnership, the best advice I could give you is what I got from somebody else. Focus on the culture of the person. It doesn't work for everybody. Don't fix that man another man sandwich. Mix it up. Because he go bite it and you find out your dude before that like pickles and your dude not on like pickles. I don't want your dude to run into you at full speed. So you got to listen. Focus on the culture. Ladies, focus on the culture. If it don't work it may not work for him if it worked for the last dude. You know what I'm saying? Or fellas, it may not work for her if it worked for the last female. Focus on the culture of a relationship, whatever y'all building. If you into it, cool. If she into it, cool. If one of y'all not into it, 9 out of 10 is going out of the window. Or y'all just gonna have to find somebody that matches that. Don't take all of the relationships statistics, if you will, and formulate your relationship culture based off of what everybody else is doing. Look at the person sitting in front of you and not the world sitting behind them. You know, that's what I would say. But yeah, crazy behavior. All that slave and submissive, yeah. No. You asking for Kung Fu Joe to come out now. Negative. Immediately.
Like Jay was saying, you know, that's one of the reasons why the well has been poisoned so much, because those who suffer from the nice guy syndrome are not being themselves. They're not going to say how they feel. They're going to see how the woman's feeling. However that woman's feeling, that's how they feel. You know what I'm saying? And it's all fake. But that's how the well get poisoned, because eventually you get exposed when you don't get what you want. You know what I'm saying? That female has to give them at least attention. Because if they don't get that attention, that's when you get those dudes out there who turn into those serial killers and things like that. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's the extreme version of it, but that's eventually what will happen when
you right?
A nice guy is not getting that attention that he wants from a female that he worships. And it's so crazy that syndrome can hit a female that they never met, because the internet is so accessible to everybody. It could just be a female they probably seen on OF. You know what I'm saying? And they worship that. I don't know if y'all remember this. There was this dude who spent, I forget the girl's name, but like 20,000 plus on her OF, and all he got to do was meet her in person. That was it. I don't know if y'all remember that. I heard of that, but just like that, you know what I'm saying? Like those dudes that will do that for a female they just never met. You know what I'm saying? Dealing with that syndrome that bad.
Man, I'd have shook his hand for that 20 and split it up between the three of us. Meet, hey.
I ain't gonna lie, they probably have a few women that do some dumb stuff for like that, but I don't know about no $20,000.
Do you hear what I'm saying, bro?
I think it was more than that. I can't remember the amount.
Yeah, but that's nuts. That is crazy. Wow. But yeah, the nice guy syndrome is something else, man. I think decision based. I think at a point, fellas got to understand, man, females are not slow. They're going to see it, and then you can't get mad when they start benefiting from it when you didn't have good intentions from the start. I'm going to say that again. You can't get mad when they start benefiting from you being a quote unquote nice guy or a fake nice guy, if you will, for sake of conversation. You can't get mad if they start benefiting from that because you did not have pure intentions from the start. Maybe her starting to benefit from that is her way of showing you, I see you. Just kind of think about that when you are deciding to be nice. You know what I'm saying? Am I being nice? What reason am I being nice for?
Jay, you mentioned something that I got to ask now. You mentioned that there are some women that you would do something extreme for.
I'm trying to think of the women, and then I'll tell you what I do. All right, right now I'm crushing on your girl from All American, man, Layla, bro. Oh my god, I sub. Yeah, I'll definitely sub. I'll definitely sub for sure for her.
Bro,
That girl's so pretty,
I
bro.
want you to wet me
yo,
up.
Right, you know, like
Give me that golden shower.
like for real. Like she's so pretty,
bro.
But you know, like to me, like it's kind of for me, it's hard. It's easier because I'm in the film business, so I'm around pretty girls all day. So to me, like you know, it's like they just normal women. So like I don't really get how men go crazy like that. I was afraid when I first started doing film that I was gonna like fall in love with all the actresses and all that, but I didn't. Like you know, they was regular people. And I guess because you're working, you get to know them, and you're like, so this is what it's like. So you know, like the OF girls, you know, some sex workers are pretty nice girls, pretty good people, and some not. Just like in the regular world, like some girls cool and some girls not. So I mean, you know, some dudes like to give. Like, you know, we may look at it as simping, but I think like some men just naturally like to give like that. Some people feel like that gives them meaning in his life to give money to women. You know, even if they don't got to do nothing for it. Some men just like that. You know, like I say, I worked with women my whole life. I didn't work at the you know retail stores like while I was a manager, and I've seen like the men tip like the women that work behind the counter just for shits and giggles, like give them money off, buy them lunch, like and I highly doubt that they was hitting it. You know, I just think some men just giving like that. You know, like shit, some women giving like that. I've been giving a lot, like you know, like in my days, like I've been giving gifts and free food and stuff like that myself. Like some people just giving like that. I wish they give me some money. Cause I'll take it. I ain't gonna do nothing for it, but I'll take it. That's what I'm saying, man. Like,
What if they want you to do something for it though?
with a girl or a boy?
Bro.
If it's a nigga, hell no. But if it's a woman, I don't know, kid. I can't call it. Now, I wouldn't be gay for play. Like you know, but I definitely would like you know if a woman wants to pay me to offer me some services. I mean, like on my like, you know, my mama watched this, so I can't say too much. But like, in like 2017, I used to do a little bit of escort, like a little bit, like very very small. And I used to go out with women who like really couldn't find what they was looking for. And like I would go on dates with them and stuff like that. They would just pay for everything, like you know, and it was just like good company, like stuff like that. You know, they just was wanting somebody to chill with. So, and I ain't got HIV or nothing from it.
If you are a man out there that's suffering from that nice guy syndrome, it's important to understand that you're only hurting yourself. You know what I'm saying? You're only hurting yourself with that, especially if you're not being your genuine self. It's cool to be a nice person, but you got to be real with it. You know what I mean? Is this really you? Is this really something that you're about? Like what Jay was saying, you know what I'm saying? If it's something that you just do, you're a man that likes to give, you know what I'm saying? But if you're looking for something in return, such as you want their love, you want their attention, you want their praise, or you just want their body, then if you don't get that, then now you cold. It's not you, you know what I mean? You suffering. And I implore you to get that healing, you know what I'm saying? So that'll be my violation to y'all, you know what I'm saying? Like just be yourself, be real. You know what I'm saying? It's not about being agreeable. You know what I'm saying? That will make you a nice person. Being honest makes you a good person. Being real makes you a good person. You know what I mean? Whether they like it or not, it's just they know from you, what they're getting from you is reality. That you, if it's not their reality, it's at least your reality. You know what I'm saying? It's the reality.
Yeah, if you pay for it, don't be ashamed. As the infamous words of Soldier Slim, I pay for it if I want it.
If I want it.
So don't, like I said, don't lose your self respect. But if you're into that kind of stuff, then lose your self respect because that's what you're into. So, like I said, we don't kink
Just
shame.
don't, for sure. But be sure that whatever you're into, that if that's your thing, that you're not hurting anybody with it. Like, oh, I'm mad. I hate women or I hate whoever because they're not giving me what I want with me to being this person. You know what I'm saying? It's important to, if you're gonna hurt somebody, keep it to yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't go out there just hurting people because you feel like they didn't give you what you wanted.
Or change up like what you like if that's not working out. Because I ain't gonna lie, I like work with all women, and sometimes that makes me hate women myself. But since that's what I'm attracted to, I have no choice but to backpedal on that and love women again. So just like if you have issues, just switch it up. Like if you if for some reason big booty girls not working, go find your girls with big boobs or something. Like just switch it up. Like because the same type not working, that's when you turn into cycle. Rejection is a mofo, dog. Like rejection, fellas, y'all gotta learn how to handle rejection, even if it is sometimes be foul. I remember when I was in college. One of my partners, I ain't gonna say his name, but we was like outside chilling, and he tried to holler at a girl. He was like, "Hey, how you doing?" She went, "Boy, that was embarrassing, dog." It was funny, but my point is like it can get extreme. So when women be saying like like all I said was no, nah, some women be doing some foul stuff, but still, no means no.
Big facts. No means no. I 100% agree. Anything that's not a yes is no.
Let's motivate them.
The puzzle piece will always fit where it fits, not where you want it to fit. Stop trying to cut the puzzle piece to fit where you want it to fit and do the work to actually find out where it fits, or in this case, where you fit. Cutting may not be necessary. Moving forward or moving on from that area might be necessary. So you do have a puzzle piece. You are unique, but use the knowledge of your uniqueness to find out where you really fit. And the pain you may be experiencing may be because you're trying to fit somewhere you do not. Consider it. That's all I'm saying.
I got one for y'all, man. And I'm going to leave y'all with this, especially for those who suffer from the nice guy syndrome. I want you to understand one thing, that being nice does not make you lovable. It's about your character, your confidence, and your consistency. Keep that in mind. Now, as you already know, on real day, we have field days. And on real week, we let the real speak. And the real has spoken.